All right, quick story time. So I remember I was sitting at my desk at work one day and I was watching the Publishing Clearinghouse live. I was waiting for them to call my name because I had entered into the contest. And I remember sitting there getting excited like I could possibly win this money. Well, they didn't call my name. And in this moment, I became very upset. I became angry with God. I remember saying to God, why am I still in this financial situation? I serve you, I do your will, I worship you, I do all these things that you tell me to do. Why is it that I can never win these type of things? And God spoke to me in that very moment, and he said to me, for what would it profit a man to gain the world but lose his soul? I was shook. The hairs on my arm stood up, and I immediately got goosebumps. I couldn't do anything but just sit there and just be quiet. I couldn't do anything but just shut my mouth and just sit there. I immediately got up from my desk, went into the break room, and bawled my eyes out. I began to cry and tell God how sorry I was because in that moment, I was selfish. In that moment, I didn't appreciate the things that God had already given me. I had a roof over my head, food on my table, clothes on my back. I was in good health. I had a car to drive, and I had a job. And in that moment, I realized that I was being selfish and I wasn't being grateful for the things that God had already given me. So I say this to say this. Sometimes we may not be where we want to be in life, and it could be for two reasons. It could simply be because it's just not our timing, or it can simply be because it's just not in the will of the Father for us to have the things that He doesn't want us to have. That can go for jobs, money, relationships, whatever it may be. God understands, but we just have to trust His plan. We have to trust His will for our life, and we just have to go from there. Faith without works is dead. So we have to just have faith in the Lord our God and trust and believe in Him. That situation humbled me, and it made me realize that I have all of these things, but yet I wanted more. So I'm here to tell you today, be grateful for the small things. Be grateful for the little things. Be grateful that you can even use your voice. You can use your arms. You can use all of your limbs because there's people who are wishing that they were in our predicament. So I love you, and so does the Lord our God.